YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Tuesday afternoon here in the Eastern time zone of the USA. It's 1:15 p.m. local time, and that's 17:15 GMT on March 15th, 2022. Hello, Jeff. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Had some technical difficulties there for a moment. We're all set.
No problem at all. We're just getting adjusted to the new time because we're now on daylight savings time here in the U.S. And so we've shifted, and so that's a good thing, I think. And Jeff, the snow is melting.
It is melting, but my yard is all mud.
But the great thing about springtime is that it's an antenna season, right?
Yes, and we're getting a lot of calls.
Yeah. So what are customers saying about antennas that they might want to do?
Well, a few people have called in today asking about our butternut HF9V antennas. They're calling about the 6 and 5 BTVs and asking about radials and radial plates and what they need to do to get things going this spring.
Now, you've had up a butternut vertical for how many years?
I think it's going on about 4 years now.
4 years. And that is there's a book actually that Ward Silver did comparing the verticals, Hustler vertical and high gain, etc. And the butternut came out on top.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
And so how many radials do you have down underneath your vertical?
I have 44 radials down, measuring from lengths from 10 feet on one property line, then all the way around to 32 feet, and then back down to about 15 feet on the other property line. But then there's a tool shed in the corner, so I'm missing some radials there.
So tell me about the SWR that you have on the various bands. How well does that match up?
My SWR, they're all under 2-to-1. 20 meters, I think, is the highest at about 2-to-1. But everything else is about 1-to-5. So I got everything tuned up pretty good right now.
Yeah, and I believe that you were talking about if you went out and kind of tweak things and tune things, you believe you could get better.
I think I can, and I'm going to try to work on that this spring. That's going to be one of my projects.
Yeah, and maybe bring Mark over or one of the other guys from the team. It's always fun to work on antennas with somebody else.
It is. Yep.
And it's always a safe way to do it too. I mean, not that a butternut vertical is a dangerous thing, but it's always nice to have somebody else out there with you to bounce things off of, etc.
Yep.
And using an analyzer like the Rig Expert.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah. And which model do you have?
I got the 55 zoom.
Okay, so that goes up to 55 megahertz. So that's good for all the HF bands, and that really gives you a complete picture of what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And how hard is it for you to put the 55 zoom in line from your main coax feed?
It's not very hard at all. I can do it right here at the station, or I can do it out by my lightning arrestor real quick.
And you've worked DX all over the place with this.
I've been all over the place with 100 watts and a 7200 and a 891 and a 7300. They've all gotten all around the world.
And tell me once again, because I've slept a few times since. Tell me why you like the IC 7200 the best.
I just think it's a cool military looking radio. I was in the Navy Seabees. It's just a cool radio. It's solid. It sounds good. I just love playing with that radio. It's just a lot of fun.
But you also have a Yaesu radio that you take out in your camper.
Yes.
Right? That's the 891?
The 891. I have it here in line also. I got them all hooked up so I can switch between all three of them. but that one I do take camping, and it's enjoyable to just sit out there on the picnic table and fire that thing up and put up the Chameleon MPass 2.0 and hawk some DX.
So tell me about, do you have to use the tuner with the MPass?
Yeah, I do have to use a tuner. I got an LDG tuner that I have for that. So yeah, I do have to use the tuner with that.
Yeah, but you've worked all, I mean, tons of stations with that, right?
Absolutely. My first contact with that 891 and the Chameleon antenna was to Slovenia. I don't remember his call over there, but he's on all the time. But so that was my first contact with that antenna.
Well, that is really cool. Let's take a look who we have here in the chat room, Jeff. We've got Gunter, Delta Kilo 5, Oscar, Norway, Victor from Germany, and he likes to camp. I mean, he's in a tent. He's
That's
he's on
camping.
the Rhine River. So, geez, we got Alpha 71 Fox Juliet in here as well. Nice to have you in here, Al. That's Qatar, so that's great. And Tom says the HF9V is an excellent DX antenna for a suburban lot, and you really can't go wrong, Jeff. You know, when you think about it, the space that you've got, and you're on all the bands.
Absolutely. There's a gentleman, I can't remember, he's out the West Coast somewhere, and he called me and he goes, look, I got a 50 by 50 spot. What can I put in the middle of it? And we sold him the HF9V. He put 32-foot radios all the way around it, and he's called several times. He's impressed. He's talked all over the world.
And we have Charlie, Delta Lima 6 Radio Delta Echo from Bavaria. Geez, we've got a run of Germans here. We've got Sandy, Delta Lima 1 Quebec. Quebec is on. And like you were, Jeff, in a previous life, she's a police officer.
Yeah.
And also worked for the German FBI. So she's probably just getting out of work over there.
Yeah.
And Adrian is on, Papa Echo 2 Kilo. And we have to do more DX after, only if there is no Aurora. Boy, the bands were really good over the weekend.
They were, yes.
Yeah, they were really good. November, Juliet 2 Delta X-Ray. Tom is on. And let's see. Dino says, having a safety officer present is always a good way to keep you from doing something dumb.
Absolutely.
And of course, Dino writes for onallbands.com, the DX engineering blog, onallbands.com. Check it out. Dino and others are up there. We got Ward is writing there, and Liz, KE8FMJ, just put up some new stuff this week as well. And DK5ONV says, Jeff got an IC 7200 like I do.
Yep. Love that radio.
And Victor, we got Victor Kilo 4 Fox Alpha Bravo Quebec on from Australia, and still a ways away from sunrise in Australia. But Gerard, nice to have you on. And our friend Mike, KE3 Juliet Papa, is on as well. And let's see, we've got more from Germany, Delta Lima 6 Kilo Alpha. And wishing you a nice day. Your programs are very interesting. And let's see, we've got the tall guy is on. Heard the tall guy last night on 10 meters, Jeff.
Oh, wow.
K3STL. He was sounding great during the ground wave net, in Pittsburgh. So it's good to hear him on. And it'll be great to get him back to the store to see you and the rest of the guys. And let's see, we've got Whiskey 7 Hotel United on from Miami. And Lima Uniform 7 Delta Sierra United is on from Argentina. So nice to have you on. And let's see, we've got Kilo Echo 5 Oscar Lima. I'm running the HF9V ground mounted, and it does very well. Jeff, how do you tip over your HF9V?
When I have to tune it, I just unbolt it, pick it up, lay it down on some sawhorses, and do what I need to do and put it back. It's not a heavy antenna. One person can do it very easily.
Nice. That is very cool. Kilo Echo 8, Charlie Uniform Zulu is on. And we've got Parky is in here too. Kilo Bravo 8, Uniform Zulu, our excellent manual writer, and he takes care of customers. He does it all. Dan, Whiskey Alpha 4, Mike Oscar Mike. Good afternoon, Tim and Jeff. My springtime project for today is getting my laundry hung out on the line. And he's going to construct some double bazookas later this spring. So that'll be good. Hopefully we have all the parts you need here at DX. And let's see, Alpha 4 Hotel Victor, he says, can we get DXCC through the DX Engineering YouTube channel? Well, it's not RF. So,
yeah, no.
But it's amazing, Jeff, the number of countries, the guys that check in.
It is, and it's amazing how many when they call, they say, "Hey, Jeff, where's Tim?" Love your show.
Joe is on K0 November Echo Bravo. Of course, Joe is the cat in the hat, and he's also the kit builder guy, and got to see him down in Orlando. And see, Ralph, Whiskey Alpha 2 Quebec Yankee Alpha says, in terms of spring cleaning, any suggestions for taming all the cables in the shack? Well, Jeff, we've got some good ties, some Velcro ties that would be good for that, right?
Yes, we do. Those are really nice Velcro, different colors. Yep.
So you can color code all that. Here we go. Here's another country, the Virgin Islands, November Papa 2 Quebec, and it's Tony down on the Virgin Islands. Look at that view, Jeff. How about that?
That is nice. Wow.
And our friend Don, November 8 Delta Echo, and 161 to you, Don, member of the FOC and a great DXer. And Carrie, Kilo Echo 8 Radio Yankee. I'm guessing, Jeff, but I'm thinking that's a vanity call. What do you think?
I think so. Sounds like it. Yes.
And let's see, Delta Lima 6 Kilo Alpha says the 7300 and the 7610 are my famous radios, and those are really good radios. I mean, I think you really like the 7300 as well.
Oh, I do. I enjoy that radio. When I'm doing some contesting or things like that, I kind of revert back to that, so I have the waterfall.
Yep. Yeah, that is. You talk about bang for the buck, Jeff. I mean,
my gosh!
Look at how inexpensive that radio is and how much you get.
Absolutely, it's amazing.
Yeah,
and they're flying off the shelves.
Still today, just
yes.
It is the iPhone or the Android of amateur radio.
Amateur radio, yes.
Alpha Charlie 6 Zulu Mike is on and is doing Parks on the Air. And that's something you've done, Jeff.
I've done that. And actually, John and I talked today. I think he's going to be doing some Parks on the Air coming up.
Yeah. So it's getting to be that season. And he was out with his son. This is Kilo Juliet 3 X-ray. He was out with his son here a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And hey, K8 Delta Victor is on, one of our team members, Jeff.
Yes.
Dave. And he says, with all the calls lately about putting up antennas makes me think I need to do some antenna work this spring. Well, Dave, thanks so much for helping our customers and working with Jeff, and for all you do at DX. And hopefully some of the viewers that are on here today, they get to talk to Jeff, they get to talk to Dave. Parky added up the experience, Jeff, of all the team members, over 600 years.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's amazing.
600 years of experience. Kilo 4 Yankee Juliet is on. And our good friend John, Kilo Fox 6 India, the amplifier purgatory. This is where all the amplifiers go when they don't work anymore.
Yep.
They go to Island Amplifier.
Yep.
And John is a busy guy. And, you know, Jeff, I expect a continuous run on amplifiers as we get closer to the Bouvet expedition.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, I think that's gonna continue on here. And looking for call signs, November 4 Tango Victor. And another new country here, Chile, Charlie Echo 5, Mike Juliet Victor is on. And Whiskey 2 Quebec United. And he agrees that David says it's time for some Parks on the Air fun. And so a lot of great viewers on today, Jeff.
Yep.
And I know I'm standing between you and lunch.
Yeah,
so
and I will mention, I think John is doing a park activation today after work out at West Branch State Park. Him and I were talking.
Nice.
Oh, so after 5 o'clock, he should be out there.
All right, so we'll look for Kilo Juliet 3 X-ray.
Give him some numbers.
WA4MOM says we'll be buying all the necessary items from DXE. I use a construction article from the HF antenna section of the 1973 handbook. Check your ARL library, Tim. Well, in 73, I was just a brand new general license, so I don't know if I still have that handbook or not, but it's good to think about. All right, Jeff, it's time to have lunch and then get back on the phones and help our customers. And thanks to all of you for viewing. We're going to have a very special show on Thursday. It's not going to be a manufacturer, Jeff. It's going to be Nathaniel, W2NAF, who is heading up the HamSci conference this weekend.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is a really cool event, and we're going to talk about that on Thursday. Until then, 73 from DX Engineering.